Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, Danielle Psychic. This will be my reading for the week ahead. So I do every week on my YouTube channel where I cover the transits for the week or the most trends that are standing out, as well as a card reading and also a channel from my guides. So with this week, we got coming up here. So I'm not covering I think we have like a full moon coming up on the 5th. So I won't be covering that. I'll be covering that in my next week's video. This is from the 28th to the 4th of December. Oh, it's Christmas. So we'll start with because we're coming in December. So I'll put my Christmas headband on. Okay, so for this week, we've got on the 28th, we have Saturn, which is going to be moving direct into Pisces. That is today. So it is starting to move forward and it is in Pisces. So by early, we get to next year, it will be going into Aries. So with Saturn into Pisces, it can be problems with mental health. It can cause frictions of religion. Addictions may also be much stronger now that the energy is moving forward, so it's more direct, it's going to be more outward than more internal. So also we got on the 30th, which is on the weekend, we're going to have Mercury retrograde finally ending. So when Mercury moves direct and it's going to be in Scorpio, so there could still be a thing information coming out, or people being quite sensitive or trying to hide things or manipulate with Mercury in Scorpio, but at least it's going to be moving forward, and not retrograde. So as of Sunday, it's okay to launch things. It's okay to sign contracts, to buy big purchases is also is good. So if you can just hold off to buy any of those kind of things until Sunday, I would recommend doing so. We just don't know with Mercury being in retrograde. So also on the 30th, we've got Venus, which will be opposing Uranus. So that could be something unexpected to do with relationships or finances. This could be good or bad. It's an opposition. It's not a trial or a sextile. So this could be something quite positive or not positive. We don't know what you're going to get with Uranus, something unexpected, something unusual, but it will be about something to do with finances, like money or love. So anyone that you ever love. And then also on the 30th, so Sunday's a big day this week. Probably be the main day that things are going to happen. Then spilling over in the week. We've also got Venus going to be in trine to Neptune. That's quite positive. It's very dreamy. It's I feel like it's being okay with not seeing everything or not getting mental clarity about certain relationships or finances, or that you're living in a bit of a bubble. And you're quite happy to do so. It's very much of a positive, dreamy experience with Venus trine Neptune. And then we get to the 1st, where we have Venus moving into Sagittarius. So with Venus moving into Sagittarius, it's being more adventurous. So taking risk, be like financial or relationships, but also meaning that you're more social, more flirty. With Venus being in Sagittarius as well. And then we got on the 2nd, we have Venus, which is going to be in sextile to Pluto. So that can be sort of any endings to do with financial things or relationships. This could be a positive thing that comes up. We've also got, so starting this week, it's not actually full on, it's not full on transit yet, but we're starting, Mars will start to square Saturn and to Neptune. That can be causing you to feel less confidence with that transit. It could make you feel like you're very frustrated when problems arise as well, and making you feel less resilient as well with that transit coming up too. So what I've got for this week, and I feel like this week also is about like expanding knowledge and planning and being careful where you plan. I also feel like it's about you gaining self-control as well. I also got here as being, this is also about you being a bit selfish, taking what you need, what you want, sort of having to make decisions that may affect other people and hurt them. This is also about thinking about yourself. So it's about yourself this week. Feeling of a need to be sneaky may also come up this week as well. memories of old things coming back, and that's going to prompt you to do all these things. So it could be like old memories and old shifts sort of coming back, reflecting. Could also be coming back this week, or about all happening this week with you. So it's about track everything, stay on track. So if your finances need to be tracked, like have a budget and just track what you're spending, or if you're doing a diet, I feel like it's a big thing about tracking this week. And don't let nerves get the better of you. This is about staying in line with your purpose as well this week, and staying in line to true and being true in who you are as well, as what I'm getting to. So let's do a card reading for the week ahead. Let me see what cards will I be using. I'm going to use the Alice in Wonderland cards. They're standing out to me. So let's have a look at what this week will bring with the card reading. Okay. Okay. There we go. Sort this out. Let's see, tuning in to the energies of the week. I just feel like don't panic, just breathe, just take a sigh like of relief. I feel like this week is about not making harsh, rash decisions and putting yourself number one, as I said, and setting your intentions quite clearly as well, is what I'm getting for this week. And I feel like this is about growing this week and about how things are meant to happen and things are coming up out of your control. And it could be like that you're feeling like the cup is a bit half full. There could be some conflict coming up too this week, and people sort of blocking you when it comes to matters of the heart. I feel like people are like really trying to trust their intuition, and it could be like that the cup is sort of like full. I feel like it's about protecting people that you love, or protecting like all your home. There is a sense here of protecting and nesting as well coming up this week. But I also feel like it's about you not being spoiled, but having to just protect what's yours. It may seem like you're having to be very house proud, or could be adjustments are made on a home. Could be like renovating or fixing things up, or it could be a sense here that there's you fix one thing and something else comes up that's not right with the house. And it could be like be careful of like dodgy and shonky people that are renovating that don't know what they're doing or aren't fixing the place in where they should. It's going to cause you into getting more work done in the end. It could also be coming up because I just feel like with this card that he's building the house, but the house looks a bit dodgy. So there could be some dodgy workmanship coming up too around you. There could be a sense of blessings, or feeling a bit tired, overwhelmed, but a sense of also blessings also coming up around you for this week, and feeling like no one does things the way that you do. No one understands you, could also be coming up as well. And it might seem like you want to hide into a ball and just wanting to escape. But I feel like there is proud achievements also coming up, where you're feeling proud of what you've accomplished, what you've achieved. And it's like this week might seem like a challenge, but at the same time you're walking through like a new beginning here, but you're reflecting back on what you have done, and there are some good things here, and you are quite proud of the achievements that you have made, but you're trying to think things through properly. And it might be that you're going to be having to be quite adjustable in your plans and what you want as well, and how you want other people to be with you. Could also be coming up here as well. I also feel like this is about you not wanting to make a mistake and having a fear of trust in others and what everyone's obligations are or what your obligation is too. But it's also about working together and working as a team to get things done, to get what you need to be able to move forward. But I just feel like there's going to be, with relationships, like there's going to be blockages here with relationships this week. But at the same time, it's also about not giving up and being quite determined. And I also feel like it's about being flexible too. And I feel like if things are too complicated or it's not sounding like the best, then it's time to just move on and see what else is around. But I do feel like I feel like trust is going to be a big thing this week. Can you trust this person? Can they trust you? But also I feel like it's about being determined and not giving up and not giving up hope either. I just feel like that things could be like a bit of a turnaround, or things are just feeling really upside down, or even strange. But you might be feeling like a little bit tired, like you need a nap or you need a rest as well coming up this week too. And I feel like you'll be like, it's like a sense of what matters and what hopes that you have in dreams. So you've still got Mars in Sagittarius too, and that's giving us a bit of a fun vibe coming up as well, leading up to Christmas. Although I think by Christmas it may already be in Capricorn, and just think January we're going to have Neptune moving back into Aries too, as well. I just really feel like don't give up hope, even though it might seem like things are getting tough or getting tighter. You might have heard some bad news. Just feel like it's about just trusting in the universe and knowing that, whatever happens, you're going to live through it. It's going to be okay, and you'll get through the other end of the tunnel, and it'll be all right. Let me just get a channel on the week ahead as well with the energies that are going to be coming up this week. This week is going to give yourselves opportunity to move forward. Move forward in a direction that you didn't think you could take. It is going to feel like things are quite overwhelming. Things are being judgmental, people being harsh, and the reality of things that people are not sensing. People don't understand the true sense of what you're about and your integrity. Integrities may be lost or may be bruised. Egos will be bruised and even may be lost for people feeling unworthy or worthless, and where expectations of other people are just way too high. This week may seem complicated, but it's a true nature of how things work, and it's how you must step forward into the world ahead. For the world itself, as you know, is changing every day, and with everyday changes that come, makes you feel mad, lost, insecure, but also living without regret. Take this week in your pride. Take it within your steps. Take it within yourself. Believe in yourself, knowing that you will move forward, that things will be okay around you. It may seem like everything around you is crumbling around you right now, but it's okay because you're going to be able to move forward, especially in February when times might feel like they're a bit tough or optimistic. You're definitely going to be ahead of the pack. So what was coming up. So I am starting to read from a new shop in Gorican, Central Coast. So I start there next Saturday, the 6th of December. So if you are on Central Coast, I don't think I'm going to be back at Mingara. That store basically has changed hands, and also there's a certain person involved. But they're teamed with Awaken, and I won't align. I won't work with Awaken. I did a fair with them last year in Sydney, and it was a complete flop. The way that storeholders were treated, the way that the fair was run was terrible. So I will not be going back to Mingara. And the fair, like there's no one really goes to that fair anymore anyway. It's dead, and it's like too many readers. Not the stores aren't different, but that's just like how the fairs are at the moment until they realize things need to change. Some of these fairs won't change. What else I've got coming up is in January, I think 17th in Doyleson. There's a fair there at the RSL Club. I will be doing that fair on a Saturday and Sunday in January. February the 8th, there is a fair in Parramatta, an old government house in Parramatta. So I will be there doing readings from there. And then I'm coming to New Zealand. So 12th, I'll be heading to New Zealand. I'll be invited there to do a fair there. I'll also be doing a workshop. And Katrina, myself, will also be doing a platform at the Spirituals Church there in New Zealand in Christchurch. I've also got a show coming up with Katrina on the 31st of January, and on the 30th I'm at Newcastle doing Flamingos Live. That's a dinner and show event. And the next night I'm going to be tired. The next night I've got a show with Katrina, neurologist, doing a platform show there. She's doing the numbers. I'll be tuning into your loved ones and psychic readings. So if you're in Young, going to come to Night Out, come to that. Then on the Sunday of that weekend, we are doing a workshop, The Four Pillars, with Linda and with Nell. So that's the next day after the platform. So we'll be there. So there's a lot of things coming up, at least we're heading into Easter next year, because I've still got the MBS Brisbane, which is in March, and then 2 weeks later Sydney. So already next year's already piling up for me, and where I'll be and what I'll be doing. So once a month I'll be at the Gorokan shop in Central Coast. If I get really busy, I may start doing it more frequently, maybe even 3 times every third month. We'll just see how things go and how next year plans out. There's a lot of things in the background going on which I need to sort out. So, and as always, I'll be doing my lives every week. I'm looking at, so Christmas does fall on on a Thursday when I do my live, so I may not be live on Christmas Day that week. I may give it a break because, and then also, next day is the 1st. I'll probably do my live on the 1st though of January. So yeah, anyway, so I probably will not be live on Christmas Day, but if you want me to do live, let me know. I may change my mind, and we'll just see what happens. But thank you for your support. Thank you for your likes, shares, and comments. It's a countdown to the end of the month to Christmas, and I hope you're all doing very well. I know this year's been quite tough financially for a lot of people, but yeah, the world is definitely changing. I'll be looking at doing my yearly predictions as well, as I always do. I may even do a thing like I did last year with a few other readers to see what they tune in also to get for next year as well. So anyway, thank you for your likes, shares, and comments, and I'll see you for my next video. So bye for now.